So you've already seen the title, you've already seen the thumbnail. You get the idea of what we're going for, and last time, reverse psychology worked. We got ourselves a leucistic gold, and we're gonna try to take it to the next level here today, and if I slip up, the shot following that has to be taken with no scope, so a little bit of fun to add on to it. And we're officially off. 28 to 39 kilo female, not a really big one. Hopefully it's going to be some kind of rare maybe. I did see the stir veg down there, but frankly, doesn't matter, there's another one in front of us, but we'd be tracking it down either way, and hopefully we can get a shot with the 30-06. Actually, there she is there. It's the caramel variant, and we've got the 30-06 for this, 0 for 75. I'm pretty sure she was behind a rock there where she stopped. That's going to be iffy at best. I actually thought maybe we'd hit it with that follow-up. Not exactly the greatest start. I don't think any of those shots hit. It'll bring her down, but gonna have to track it a bit. And that track went just about as well as you probably expect. Probably the longest one we've had so far. But our first one of the hunt, this is actually difficult. Just too far back. Wanted to basically run along the edge of the lung there, and we weren't able to do it. But I think the fact that we have one down in under 15 minutes, that's a pretty good sign, so hopefully that can continue. And of course, early on in the hunt as well, we've got our first yak charging us. And those we can say. One of these days we should try to do a hunt where we can't say any of the animals' names. I think that could actually be kind of fun. Because thus far with our first encounter, I've enjoyed this premise, but just a little 240 gold. And hopefully we can find some other ones. This same approach that we've been taking for a while now is what we're going to be doing today. Just trying to hunt for other species. This is so hard to word, and hope to encounter what we're actually after in the meantime. Ooh, there we go. Got a mythical Tibetan fox out there. We do have the 22-250 today, so can we get some kind of shot? Man, if we had any breath, I'm going to try to just regain that for a second, because there's such a perfect opportunity to roll him there. I think that's the red variant, assuming that's the track that I just picked up. Nice little bonus in between spots. Gonna need to be careful because like the entire server is up here in the mountains, but hopefully we can still get to our main areas that we want to check. So I didn't even look at the estimate. Oh, 6.16, that's a good one. Might be our second biggest. We have the one diamond, the only level 9 we've encountered thus far. Been pretty lucky with how that's gone down. Our Tibetan fox luck, I guess we do have that melanistic, but it hasn't been the greatest in terms of big ones. So we're going to try to hit these couple of lakes for yak. This area generally I really like. So we'll see what's over there. Got more Tibetan fox in this area too. I like this. Number 2 already. Got a actual track down here. That's going to be our first male. Not a high estimate, but hopefully not going to be too far away either. It's only 10 a.m. in game, so shouldn't be that old of tracks. There's a couple of yaks after us right now, but I really don't want to spook this thing if we haven't already, so might just be making a quick shot if we can get eyes on it. There he is, finally a level 7. I think I hear that yak still after us perfectly broadside for a second. I think we're too far forward on that shot. Well, we can go without saying it, but we're not doing too good at shooting them so far. Well, that is gonna be a thing? Okay, so that one's dead. Almost did it. The problem is the tracks disappear when the time gets reset. I have one thought of how we can find this. If we bring the bloodhound in here, we can probably recover. There's one good reason in multiplayer to really try to make good shots. If you make a subpar shot and you're trying to track something down and the time gets reset, or if you haven't shot one yet and the time gets reset, they're pretty much impossible to follow. I'm just gonna run basically forward here in the direction it was going for a bit longer. And then, yeah, we'll just try to bring the bloodhound in. I'd hate to not recover it. We were almost 2 in 30 minutes. It took like 33 minutes until we got the shot at that second one. Might be a while till we find it, though. Oh, no way. Just literally in a pretty much perfectly straight line, 200 and maybe 20 meters from the last track, there he is right up against this tree. Good deal. Should have been a gold. 26.84. And yeah, just a touch too far forward. Maybe more than a touch. Not exactly our greatest shooting thus far. I think we got to decide now. Multiplayer is so tough, like getting in servers you can stay in, but I'm not sure staying in this one and hunting at night's gonna make any sense for us. So we did end up joining another server, and frankly, maybe practicing a shot on the move might not be a bad idea. That worked way better. We can just do that. We'll be just fine. But one of the things we've kind of gotten away from, and in a way I've kind of forgot about it, we still need another rare female Tahr for our Great One multi-mount. So just going to be on the lookout for those sorts of things too. And I don't know how obvious the red fur type is for the females, but when we get a chance at one that maybe is running like this and we're not 100% sure, don't get time to really look at it, I figure we might as well take it out just in case. Pretty sure that is not, and it is the red-brown, so nothing special there. Still a little low. Gotta get those shots centered in before we find something bigger, that's for sure. Well then, so much for that server. This is going perfectly to plan. Man, if we find a way to mess this shot up, I don't even know what to say. The problem is, I think we do need to alert it. If that happens, I think she's going to be just tall enough that we can get a shot into the vitals over the ground there. So she's going alert. I think... Oh my goodness, that was kind of back. I think we're okay finally. She is the caramel fur. I can't believe we almost screwed that up yet. Goodness gracious. Actually, it's the snow variant, just in the sun. And we finally got the actual medal that we were supposed to earn. We hit a lung somehow, and the crazy part is if we didn't, we'd have screwed it up because we shot right behind the liver. What a bizarre angle. We found ways to completely miss the lungs before. I don't know if I was aware you could hit the lungs, doing exactly what we just did. Alright, let's not do that anymore. But 3 down in an hour, I was starting to get concerned. I talk about it a lot. You're either into them or you're not. And it felt like another server before the time got reset. We were kind of into them. We found 2 quite quickly. Been about 30 minutes, but we've got our 3rd, and hopefully we can keep on finding them up here. Well, it's officially Tibetan fox time. As we're now past 1700, there are a ton of them at this little lake, and I guess we'll try to get this 7. And we see this thing that the foxes so often do when they flee. They just kind of start walking back and forth, different directions and stuff. Not really sure what the deal is with that. But if we can just keep on working on our shooting on these opportunities, maybe we'll be fine if anything good actually shows up. So that's going to be a gold. 5.36, I think. And we're going to start scooting up through here. I really like these lakes down here, especially later in hunts, like around Tibetan fox drink time. We've had a lot of success down there. And then, of course, up in this area tends to be good too. Well, that surely didn't take long. Number 4, another level 7. Maybe an opportunity to make up for the poor shot earlier? That is a little more like it. I feel a lot better about that than I did, goodness gracious, the last like hour basically of pretty poor shots, including the one that wasn't even on the move. But that'll be our first gold. It's 1800, and we really didn't have to go that far, so those areas I was talking about, I think they're still very much in play in terms of maybe there being other ones in those areas. 27.2 for that. Got double lung, liver, and stomach. Just barely missed the heart as well. Another snow variant, but that's what we like to see. So, got a little lake here we can check for foxes, and then we'll be heading pretty much straight west. I cannot believe we just clicked on this. Albino female Tibetan fox. Literally mentioned the Mela earlier. And the craziest part is, like, we hunted here during Tibetan fox drink time. We didn't go to this particular spot, but that is a crazy find. So what direction are we actually moving? That's just now. Man, there's something about that all caps albino that just gives you, like, your heart stops for a second when you pick up that disturbed veg. It's gotta be right up here then. I assume it's spooked, but it won't be far ahead of us. Oh, I think there she is. You can see that bright white. It's a level 4 female. Not bad. It is one of the, like, brightest colored albinos in the entire game. And I'm so shocked we got on this track, but now we got to make the shot because our shooting today, especially for things on the move, has been far from fantastic. So the one good thing is there's a general strategy you can take with any fox species. If you hit them on the move, they'll kind of roll onto their side and you can get a follow-up. Look how bright white that is. Okay, before it gets over the hill, that shot feels fine. We don't even need the follow-up. Just rolled her. And we've got ourselves an albino Tibetan fox. I think this will make silver. Our melanistic, I want to say it was a level 2. It ended up being a bronze, so this will be our biggest rare Tibetan fox. And frankly, like, I've raved about how good the melanistic looks with like the silvery tones in that fur. This albino is just incredible, like super clean. You see all the detail in the fur and stuff. It's just awesome. But let's get the thing taxed so we have it forever in our trophy lodge. 4 kilo flat. And that is a silver at 4.15. Just look at it though. I mean, one of the coolest rares. Shot a little far forward. But again, we knew we had that follow-up, so it can be a little more confident going for it. It's just so cool looking. I'm so glad to add that to our lodge. We've now got a melanistic and an albino in there. That's going to be, you know, opposite sides of that entranceway in our second lodge. An epic entrance to that lodge. That's interesting. Wait. Oh, we have 2 of them around here then. I don't see a way that we can just easily get to both, but this could be the one that we've been tracking. That was basically perfect. Because we've had this caramel track from one that would match even that weight range, but there's another one, should be right down in that area, that we just got a mating call from. It's not a guarantee that it's spooked. It was right at that distance where maybe it was just beyond hearing range for that shot. And it also depends, you know, was it moving around? Was it potentially chasing one? But that's 5 and 6 if we can get on that other one. And we're certainly going to try. I hope that marker gets us in the right direction, but I said we probably should go and claim this first, because that also tells us, you know, maybe how important it is to get on that track. If this happens to be another caramel, like mid-sized weight range, then we don't need to worry about it as much. If it's another one, we definitely got to figure out what we're looking at. And I guess we got to wait and see basically if these tracks disappear. Because keep in mind, we spotted this. He would be highlighted blue, whether or not that's the trail that we've been following. This will also help us. 1.27 kilo does confirm it. Another gold at 26.24, a little far back again, and we missed the liver again. Really weird how that's happened today. But I like the looks of that. Those tracks are of course going to disappear. And somewhere down by this marker, there ought to be another male. There we go. There's the other footprint. And I think there's a pretty good chance this is going to be the final one of the hunt. So what are we looking at? We know it's a male. Oh, it's a max weight estimate male. That's the kind of thing we've been looking for this entire time out here. Hopefully, we see the level that we're looking for. Interesting, that's a walk track. We may not have spooked him. Now, we did come down from this direction. But if he was just moving along, there's a chance he's just out there, you know, maybe chasing something or just roaming. Oh, it's a mythical, dang. Just happened to spot it by pure luck. I was really hopeful. I've been thinking this entire time, you know, we've killed so many of these things. This is number 6, I believe. We haven't seen a big one in quite some time. By the way, had we shot the ground by him, probably he would have spooked. He's close enough to hear the gunshot, in addition to the bullet striking the ground. So, almost said it. Thing number 6 today, and gonna be our last one, because we're gonna take the albino Tibetan fox, which we can say, back to the trophy lodge and put it opposite that melanistic. 6 of these things today, though. Really good result, and we haven't done too many hunts since we got our leucistic gold. So much of it is the time commitment. It's just a guarantee. Come up into these mountains, we're not going to kill a lot of stuff. It's going to take a long time to get a fair number of them, but we're able to do really solidly today. So what are we looking at? Snow variant, 27.97, so a small mythical, but we will definitely take that. Probably the best shot we landed on one, and it took 6 of them to get to that point, but I'm really happy with that. It didn't exactly work for the specific trophy that we were after, but this whole thing of reverse psychology, whatever we're doing with the game, it keeps on producing really cool rares. So we've got our melanistic on this side. I hadn't realized it, but we've been keeping our diamond one in here. So I'm gonna have to find another spot for him, because the entrance that we're gonna be able to set up here with that incredible looking albino and then the melanistic on the other side, it's just, those are some of the coolest rares in the entire game, and to have one of each right inside the lodge here is really cool. So I think temporarily it's gonna take down one of these. And by the way, the trophy lodge redoing stream that we've been talking about doing for so long now, should be right around the corner since we got that leucistic gold, I think, last week. And we can actually move stuff like our diamond Tibetan fox into our main lodge and kind of reconfigure what we're doing with this second lodge as well. But that was hunting things without saying what they were. Pretty happy that we managed to do no slip-ups, didn't have to use open sights today, but we got a really cool rare in that albino. We killed 6 of them, which was about as good a result as we've ever had, and hopefully we can continue that and find just a little bit bigger than we found on that last one of the hunt. But anyway, that is going to do it for this video, so as always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.